Hello fellow tankers, this is Dauntless, and today I'm going to be playing a game in my Tier 8 French Premium Medium tank, the Lorraine 40t. The map today, if I can remember, is Serene Coast. Sorry, it's been a while. And I'm going to be pushing down towards the boot. I like to do this in a lot of my quicker vehicles, especially tanks like the Lorraine, or light tanks for that matter, to try to get some sneaky side shots or lights for any other vehicle. Typically, if I was in a light tank, I probably wouldn't take shots if I could afford not to. Especially if I had vehicles behind me that were willing to take the shots for me. But right now, it looks like this KV3 is showing me his side, and I'm not going to give up an opportunity to put some nice quick shells into him. So now it puts my damage up to 600 under 1 minute in the game, which is not too bad. I'm hoping that something else might push around and give me some shots. And so looking at the enemy lineup, you see the T29, the Tiger P, even the Jig Tig, the E4, Super Pershings, slower vehicles like that you might expect to push down. I'm kind of waiting for them to give me shots. The Jig Tig is able to make it down here without showing me any of his vehicle, and I see the Super Pershings are lit in the one line. I see the Tiger is also lit down the tracks. I see if I can get a quick shot into him. Not necessarily the case. I'm hoping that maybe something else will give me a side shot, but I think the odds of that are unlikely. So quickly, before I start to relocate, I put a new magazine in. You can do so by hitting the C key on any autoloader, and I'm able to relocate without really taking any damage or anything like that. I see that the one line is doing okay, but I feel like my presence there would greatly be appreciated. And it's a tier 8-7 game, which means that there are no tier 6 games in this vehicle, meaning the majority of the vehicles are going to be tier 7, but there are also 5 tier 8s as well. And I'm thinking maybe I can possibly get a shot on this Tiger, but I decided, nah, it's not really worth getting shot at. They have a lot of tank destroyers, some of which are unaccounted for, and I don't really want to expose my vehicle quite yet. And so I'm going to try to just support the hill. I have my clip completely reloaded. I don't know if I want to face off with the Super Pershings exactly frontally quite yet, just because if I do, most likely they're going to bounce a few of my shells. I'll probably connect maybe 2 out of 4 and penetrate them if I'm, that's my prediction anyway. They can be really tricky to penetrate. And if that happens, then I have to sit around for another 30 seconds to reload my clip, and they could possibly push up and kill me. And so I really, again, don't want to face them frontally. And the fact that this Tiger is pushing forward and not getting killed at all helps me realize that there's probably not a lot going down in that southern half of the 1-2 line. And so I push around. I see the Lorraine is sitting right there, and I duck down to this rock, hoping to avoid artillery fire as well as fire from any tank destroyers that might be potentially hiding. And I push forward, and I think, okay, this Lorraine's going to give me some nice easy shots. I have 3 shells left. Let's see if I can make them count. So I peek over. The Lorraine is completely full life. I wait till I'm almost fully aimed. First shot misses, second shot connects, and third shot misses. So kind of a bad result there, but he wasn't really giving me much to work with. And these Super Pershings are still putting up a pretty good fight. They're the only reason why our team in the 1-2 line has not been able to push, is because they're being pretty, stubborn, I guess. Supers are notorious for being hard to kill, especially when there are not very many higher tiers to contest them. So I think, okay, my best chance here is to reload my clip and try to finish off those supers, give our 1-2 line a chance to push forward. And so I'm going to immediately go after the one that's lower health. That's going to be the right move to make. I have 300 alpha damage, so 2 shells should be able to do the trick. Gun depression kind of messes with me a little bit there, and I go for the second one. And I go for 2 tracking shots. The second one, unfortunately, I think he either fixed it right after I shot him there, or I had missed. But going for those shots on that wheel well, right on the edge of those vehicles, it's kind of like going for headshots in any other game, really, if you think about it. In World of Tanks, tanks don't really have, kind of like a headshot zone. But if you really think about it, that round circle on the edge of those vehicles' spokes, if you see it on my Lorraine here, it's going to be this spoke right here on the very end or the very front. Guaranteed track shot in most vehicles as long as you have enough damage, and you're pretty much going to always do damage as well. And so it's kind of the best place you can ever shoot a vehicle if you have their side is that area there, or if they're at like a 45 degree. So get really good at shooting those areas because it'll cripple their tank on top of doing damage, and it's awesome. So I peek around here, I spot the Artie, and then I was not expecting the Scorpion to be hiding up in that corner there. I go for a shot, unfortunately I miss, and this E25 just completely decides that he wants to take me out. I try to pull forward to go for the ram. Unfortunately, I was not able to connect with a ram, and I was thinking that's the only way I could have survived that situation, because I would have to clip, and his DPM is so great that he would have eaten me up long before I could have reloaded my clip. Fortunately though, our WZ 132 comes to the rescue and he's able to finish him off for me, and which means I can focus on putting in a fresh clip. I'm not spotted, I don't think, at this point, and I'm going to be able to put pressure on them as well. Now our base, I haven't really been paying much attention to it during this replay. I was definitely watching it while I was playing this game, but it looks like their T29 gets wrecked by our Artie, and a Jig Tig is never going to be able to push into a base and cap by himself. Those things are so slow. Yes, they have good DPM, but anything that has even slight mobility will be able to take advantage of that thing. And on top of that, we have two Artie left. I'm not worried at all. I see the Ferdinand is out in the open. He puts a shot on me, and you know what? You're going to shoot me. I'm going to shoot you back. And so I decide to charge him. Hindsight, I could have gone for a track shot here, which I guess I just did. I was waiting till I was close enough. I should have aimed a little better. I ended up shooting his superstructure there. Go for the track shot at the very end there. And I actually don't know if I got it or not. I don't think I was able to track him. Yep, it looks like he's chasing me now, but I am just that much more mobile than a Ferdinand. So before he can even get around into a position to shoot me, I'm just long gone. He is the only opponent remaining, and I am going to just give him the complete loop around here and put in a full clip and engage him again. Our WZ goes in, he gets killed, and I'm almost reloaded. I realize that I can probably take a hit still as long as he doesn't roll exceptionally high, and I'm just going to push in. I don't want to necessarily ram him at this point because I would probably die, but I'm able to get his flank, and I don't make the same mistake twice. I'm not going to auto aim this time. I go for the weak spot on the side of his hole there, and I'm able to finish him off. And for those of you that don't know, this Ferdinand has really good frontal armor, but these corner plates right here, especially if he's angled at a 45 degree like that, very easy to penetrate. Go for that if you ever get the opportunity, because it'll just, your shells will go through just like butter. I promise. Anyway guys, 4,500 damage and 500 almost assist in my Lorraine 40t, giving me a net of about 5k damage in a tier 8 game. You know, not amazing results, but I would think that that's still pretty good. My little move that I made there, flanking those super Pershings, I think was a real game changer, even though we probably would have won this game anyway. And then just being really aggressive like that and finishing off Artie, going in, killing that Ferdy. I thought it was pretty entertaining to watch, and so hopefully you guys did as well. Anyway guys, if you guys like that replay, I'd really appreciate it if you give it a like down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for more content like this in the future. As always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.